Hi class, and welcome to the week one review. Everyone has done a fantastic job so far, and I'm excited to see where we're headed. I'm going to be talking today about the most important takeaways from chapter one. These important takeaways are the wildly important goals, or WIGs, for this chapter. Now, WIGs are the current goals that we're going to be focusing on. As a manager, you're going to notice that there's always high priority things to accomplish. However, instead of trying to significantly improve everything all at once, we're going to focus on just a few goals at a time, the most important goals, so that we make it clear to our teams that these are the goals that matters most. Now let's get started. These are the wildly important goals, or WIGs, for chapter one that I want you guys to focus on. Good management is working through others to accomplish tasks that help fulfill organizational objectives as efficiently as possible. Most importantly, though, management is about people. You're going to need to understand the four functions of management. Studies have shown that when managers perform all of these functions, they will lead the organization to better managerial performance. The first function is planning, which is how we determine our goals and the means for achieving them, followed by organizing, which is the who and the where, deciding where decisions will be made or who will do what jobs and tasks. Leading is about inspiring and motivating your staff to work hard to achieve those organizational goals. And finally, controlling or monitoring how we're doing towards reaching those goals. There are four different types of managers, and I grabbed this organization chart from our DC3 website to give you an example of what this looks like in real life. As you can see, we have a president at the top, vice presidents, assistant vice presidents, directors, and managers. Now what this translates to is that the president is at the top level, and he is responsible for the overall management of the college, followed by the vice presidents, who are our middle managers, who are responsible for planning and allocating resources. The assistant vice presidents are our first line managers, and they're responsible for managing the performance of the team while as we work towards those goals. Finally, the team leads. Now, these are going to help with team performance and building relationships among team members as well as outside of the department. Now, as a manager, you're going to be performing interpersonal, informational, and decisional roles within your job. And each of these roles have sub-roles associated with it. For example, in fulfilling the interpersonal roles, managers act as figureheads by performing ceremonial duties such as a promotion or achievement award. As leaders, by motivating and encouraging our workers, and as liaisons by dealing with people outside their units or outside their department. Be sure to understand these various roles and sub-roles described in the chapter. The ideal manager for any company will have a well-rounded skill set, a jack of all trades, so to speak. What's interesting to note is how important each of these skills are based upon the kind of manager you are. For example, studies have shown that technical skills are less important for those top level and middle managers than they are for the team leads or lower level managers. However, conceptual skills and motivation to manage both increase in importance as managers rise through the managerial ranks. In other words, being really good at welding doesn't necessarily mean you will be good at running your own welding shop. You will need to develop the conceptual and leadership skills associated to top level managers as well. These are the top 5 most common mistakes to avoid. They come down to this: don't be a bully, be genuine and sincere, and learn to delegate. If you feel that your staff cannot function if you're not there, then that usually means you have problems delegating. Your team's performance is a direct reflection of your performance, but you can't do it all. Empower your staff to make decisions. If you make a mistake, own it. That's a sure way to build trust among your team. It's important to understand that your job as a manager is not to boss people around. And in fact, new managers often find out that their job involves very little bossing. New managers often make the mistake that management is about telling people what to do and when to do it, when in fact, management is more about removing obstacles for your staff, obstacles that prevent them from getting the job done. New managers will often discover that they actually are the obstacle because they're still trying to do everything and they don't like the way things are getting done. So instead of coaching, they bulldoze and micromanage. Management matters because well-managed companies are competitive, because their workforces are smarter, better trained, more motivated, and more committed. These companies also benefit from greater sales revenues, profits, and stock market performance. Remember this: employees tend to treat customers the same way that their managers treat them. Good management can improve customer satisfaction. That was a quick review of our Chapter 1 Wildly Important Goals. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Great job this week, class. Very proud of you.